Hello and welcome to Monday Night Live. It is Monday the 30th of May. Hard to believe that winter starts in 2 days' time. Tonight on Monday Night Live, we have some very special guests joining me. They're sitting back in the green room at the moment behind me. They can hear and see what I'm saying, but you can't see them yet. So in a moment, I'll introduce them. But if you are watching live, please go ahead and let me know. I say this every week. I can't see you. I don't know if you're in your jammies or by a fire or dancing around outside. So if you want to pop in the chat where you're watching from, and if you're watching live, that would be great. And feel free to comment and ask questions as we go, because we have some of our amazing members here in the background. So how did we get here? How did we get to June 2022? And we were just chatting before how life, the last couple of years has been, a bit of a time warp, and what we, I don't know about you, but I struggle to remember what I did last week. So Google Calendar helps me out with that. But, last year when we were all not able to go far and not able to go wide, we were all, pretty much confined to our communities. And I find now, a generalization, and let me know if you agree or not, that now that we can go pretty much wherever we want, we're busier than ever. We are saying yes to so many opportunities and making ourselves, I feel, from what I see and personally, more and more time poor, because we are making up for lost time. So if everyone feels that way, if anyone feels that way, please let me know. Sue, I'm hoping that you got the email with the link to come in behind the scenes. So have a check from that. It would have come from Trisha during the week. So let me just check who's here. Susan's from Glenmore Park, sitting by the heater. Yeah, there is a cold snap coming across the country today. Rodwin's not dancing outside. She's near the heater. Denise. Hello, Denise. Welcome. Thank you. From Ballarat. It would be a bit chilly there. Leanne's in her pajamas. Meg is in Melbourne, and Karen is from Claremont, and Hannah is, I think, here in Brisbane. So let me introduce my guests. Yeah, I'll introduce them and I'll explain how I know them. So let me add them here. So I am delighted, and some of you who are members may know these faces or may know these faces from our member community. Delighted to introduce Patricia Phillips and Cindy Carpenter, and both of these wonderful ladies are members of Women's Fitness Adventures. Last year we ran a program called the 5 Kilometre for 5 Day Challenge, and I do believe that that's where both of them joined our world. But rather than me speak for them, I'm going to ask them first. So this is an informal chat. Welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for being here. And if anyone watching has questions, please feel free to fire away with those questions. So, Cindy, how long have you known us, and have we known you?
I've known you for many years, Yvonne. Yeah. Apologies if my son is very noisy in the kitchen. My son, very noisy in the kitchen, please.
Right. Keep them in the kitchen. We all need culinary skills.
We've known each other since we were young things, working in the corporate world in the marketing department. We were in our early 20s, weren't we, Yvonne?
We would have been early 20s, yes.
Yeah.
That was not that long ago, Cindy.
No, it was less than 10 years ago. And absolutely loved Yvonne's joy for life, love of bringing people together, hope, and just this lovely sense of positivity you had about people, and particularly about women. And just I remember this quote, and I think I've said it to you before, Yvonne, where and I'll never forget it, where we were talking about people's looks as young women do, and you said, but everybody is beautiful, and it was, never forget it, and it was totally right, because everybody is beautiful. There is aspects, and sometimes people are just through in their soul beautiful, and I've never forgotten that, and thank you, and that. So when you launched Women's Fitness Adventures, I kept watching from the sidelines with enthusiasm. But my story is I had just such terrible trouble getting into an exercise habit. And it wasn't until the 5x5 that I gave it a go. And now I am a fitness freak. And I felt like that 5x5 absolutely kickstarted that for me. So I'm just hugely, hugely grateful for that.
Oh, thank you. And the wisdom of that quote, if I, hopefully I can keep pulling out the quotes decades later. So, Patricia, how did you find us? I mean, I haven't known you as long as I've known Cindy. So how did you find us?
Well, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but it popped up on my Facebook page, and there was the live chat actually was what I saw, and I thought, oh, this is really good. And I often say this to you. What you said on that night was it was your aim to have every woman at the age of 90 being able to put her undies on standing up.
Yeah.
So there's another gem of a quote, right?
I know. Well, that was such a, for me, that I thought, how sensible is that? That's really good. And then the 5x5 challenge came up, and I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. And I did. And I managed the 5x5, and I thought, this is good. I've always really enjoyed walking, but never was accountable for it, and I guess the 5x5 appealed to me from that point of view.
So
And then I thought, sorry,
was
go on.
that it? Oh, everyone uses the undies analogy is in the comments now, so that's a great thing. I'm in people's heads. So what was it though that that made you, like, you did the 5 kilometer challenge, and we all want to look good, feel good, all that kind of stuff. But what's the point you got to? You went, like, I either need a community, or I need some help, or I want some accountability. What was it that made you go, okay, well, I need more than what I'm having? So I think Sue's stuck out there. Sorry, Sue. Sorry. So let me come back to that question. What was it that for both of you that went, Patricia, that you've always liked walking, you've always liked being active, you wanted to put your undies on at 90, which we'll all be doing together, but you went, okay, I need a little bit more than what I'm doing. What was there a thought going through your head? Or
There was, and when I spoke, I can't remember whether I spoke or whether I did it online, but there was a talk about having a goal, and I did have a goal, and that was my goal at that stage was that we were going to Tasmania. As it turned out, that was put off, but we were going to Tassie, and I wanted to be able to walk there with my friends without huffing and puffing. And I was very overweight and found it very difficult to keep up with people. So that was my goal in the beginning. And then I started getting interested in hiking. And I've always wanted to hike, and I've always had a dream of doing a multi-day hike. I thought, that would be the bee's knees. And in my head, I did lots of hikes, but I didn't have the fitness. And so I thought, well, I'll join up and just see what happens. And I did join up, and the encouragement and the online walk and talk and everything that you offer through women's fitness, I started to really enjoy. And then one day I saw, actually it was very early in the piece, I saw the Great Ocean Road Walk, and I thought, I really want to do that. So
you did.
So then,
So
in the
how
beginning.
long?
In the beginning, I joined for 1 month. I thought, I'm not going to pay an annual fee because it'll be a 9-minute wonder. And after, I paid I think it was July or around July that I thought, no, I'd better pay the 12 months and make that real commitment. So, yeah.
And how long had you had that dream to do a multi-day hike?
Oh, years.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I wanted to join a bushwalking club, but with 4 little children, and my husband was never interested in bushwalking, so it just didn't happen. And I've always wanted to do it. So
Wow.
as
I'm
long
so
as I
glad we're
can
able to.
walk, yeah, for many, many years. So
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad we're part of that. Cindy, we've known each other forever. I know you love your work, and work is like me, one of those great joys that it brings you. But there's also opportunity for that work-life balance. And you said now you're a fitness, like your meetings are now walking meetings and stuff.
They are,
So what was it for you that you went, okay, well, this is for me? What changed for you to go, oh, no, I need to stop watching and start doing, well, not doing something, start being in it?
Yeah, before the 5 by 5,
Mm.
encourage that. I'm very motivated around my mother has advanced dementia, and I've been trying for many years to research and make sure that I'm putting nutrition and exercise and the like in place so that I will reduce the risk of that happening for me, and doing a lot of research. And so I switched to intermittent fasting and a keto diet, and I lost a lot of weight, but I wasn't, that's not why I was doing it. But it did improve my memory phenomenally. But then I found that I was losing muscle. So I was losing balance, and I was compromising my coordination and my stamina and my fitness for this diet. So I'd probably taken it too far. So I wanted to rebalance, but I just couldn't find an exercise routine at work. I would pay for a gym membership and I wouldn't go. I would do Pilates, but not more than once a week. And then I tried to do there's this Canadian fitness program. I tried to do that at home, but I was just too sporadic. And then when you said the 5 by 5, I went, I've got to give something a go. And someone had said to me, walking is often really therapeutic, and you fall in love with it, and you can continue it. And I was really dubious, I'd have to say. It was almost out of allegiance to you, more than anything else that I gave the 5.5 a go. And what I found was that I discovered incidental walking, and I've become a passionate advocate of, you can do meetings, you can do errands, you can go visit people. You can always find a way to blend your walking in with your doing. And then if you're a bit of a workaholic, which I tend to be, there's no compromise, because, and even now I'm so in love with walking, I can't not do it. So I have to do at least 8 to 10 Ks a day. And even if I'm not going for an errand, like even if I'm just going to, my son works about 8K away. So it's a nice walk, about 5K away. So it's a nice walk there and back. And there's no particular errand, but it's nice to see him and say hello. But I know that the thinking time is so rewarding, that not looking at the rain. Sunshine is as good a medicine as anything else. And I've realized that all of those aspects of walking outside, it's so rewarding that you don't even have to attach it to an errand. It's rewarding in and of itself. And it's now got to the point, where I'm completely passionate about it. But what it also did was led me to weight training, and having the courage to sign up to do weight training. I could never have done that without doing the 5 by 5 and feeling the confidence of being able to do 5 kilometers a day. And then I think we did a tougher challenge not long after that, didn't we? Where we were actually doing more kilometers, 10,000 steps a day.
Yep.
I managed that. And then that built the confidence to, as of July last year, to do weight training. So now I do like a CrossFit weight training class, and I'm by far the oldest. And yet I often go through the cardio faster. I don't lift the heavy weights that the guys are lifting, but I still lift decent weights. And so something I never, ever, ever would have imagined I could do is put on gym gear and go to, especially a gym full of young guys and young girls. And it was the 5 by 5 that opened that up for me. And I did a bone density scan. And then I listened to the talk you gave recently, which said you must do it every year. And I went back, and I have massively improved my bone density.
Wow.
I went from below my age level on nearly every vertebrae in my spine to above, better than my age level. Wow. So with no medicine, just with weights and walking. So it is it completely, makes a difference in so many facets of your life.
So do you think for both of you, this time last year we were just, well, Cindy and I had known each other, but not in the realm of women's fitness adventures. Do you think that, we didn't know each other last year, and now this, 12 months on, Cindy's increased her bone density, and you've got, some great comments from Suzanne there. That's fantastic. Over that 12 months, Cindy, you've taken steps that will help you minimize the risk of, the health concerns that your mum has, and, increase that bone density and really made some big life changes, but subtly made those. And Patricia, we've realized a dream of yours, which is fantastic. And, there's been weight loss and all sorts of things. Do you think it was, there's lots of people in the world, not just women, that want to, should, could, maybe tomorrow, Monday. But what was it? Because I'd love to know the magic pill, word, whatever it is, that go, well, now, and somewhere in the world along the way, we've lost the art of being able to put ourselves first. Cindy's just popped out for a minute. Being able to put our health first. So what was it, Patricia and Cindy, that went, I can't do this on my own? Is it we often hear it's the strength of the community, even though you live, remotely from each other? Is it the words of encouragement? Is it just you're linked or accountable to something? Patricia, do you want to go first?
For me, yes, the encouragement first of all of you and Jane and Tricia, but also the encouragement of the other members, and just I really enjoy being able to put my achievements, I guess I can say achievements, on Facebook, and it's wonderful because Cindy often used to, well, still does, comment, and you think, oh, well, that's really good. It's just, the encouragement's wonderful, and also you must remember the day that I went hiking with you, and I actually thought on that day that you and Jane would say, oh, look, I'm really sorry, it's not for you. But you were just so with me and for me on that hike. And it was tough. I found it really tough. But that just made me want to keep going. And
and that's a big decision point right there, right? Because it's easy to go, this is too hard, I'm out of my comfort zone, it's not for me, I'm stepping out. But you stepped up and stepped in.
Well, yes, I wanted it so much. And when Jane, who gave me a lift back to my son's place in the car, I looked at her and I said, so what do you think? Should I do the Great Ocean Road walk? And she said, what do you mean? You're going to do that and do it well. And I thought, oh, yes, okay, I am. So, that kind of encouragement has been just amazing. But it's and just having a group of people who understand where you're coming from. I know that I'm older than most of them, but it's just, there's no judgment, there's no nothing. It's just all, everyone feels for one another and wants to help. So so it's all that. And I often go to the point where I just want to talk about women's fitness and say,
that's okay.
Well, I do. My friends and and my relatives, I want them to know. And it's just a great thing. And like you, Cindy, there've been great improvements. I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago to get blood test results, and we high-fived because things have improved so well. And and I have osteoporosis, but that's improved as well. And I'm convinced, and so is the doctor, that it's because I'm doing more exercise.
Yeah.
It's the benefits have been amazing.
There's so many studies, and there's a big long-term study out of Victoria of women they've been following for 30 years when they started when they were 50. And one of the big key indicators of overall health and well-being, not just, the bikini health, she calls it, not just the boobs and the other area. They could rhyme, but I won't say that. Is that the key is movement, and movement every day, and it doesn't have to be far and it doesn't have to be fast, but it's hard sometimes to do that on your own, isn't it? Unless there's either a purpose or a reason to go, like a destination or an errand or something, or there's a community, or you fall in love with the thing that you're doing, that it becomes just part of your daily thing. So Cindy, what do you think it was that caused you to keep stepping up? Was it the support? Was it you just had the confidence to go, okay, I'm here and I've done that, I'm going to go in here and in here? Was it the health reasons? Was it a combination of everything?
I think all of the challenges are amazing. Like, they just help you build. You know how to start small, and I think you construct them in a good way where you can progress at your own pace and choose how and when you want to get involved. So I felt like I was moving along a ladder with women's fitness, and the community is so gorgeous and so supportive. And all going through the same thing, many of us have done a fair bit of nurturing in our lives, put everybody ahead of us. Many of us, our career as well as our kids, and we're not very good at going, well, actually we need to put our health first. And so I think women's fitness, because it's so good holistically. It's not just about walking, it's not just about, you should have these hiking poles, but I think it does so much for self-esteem, and for recognition of what you need as a person, particularly in middle ages and beyond. That I felt like I got moved along an escalator, and no surprises. Then it meant that I got confidence to try more and more things. Just such a lovely community. Thank you, everybody who is here and those who aren't, because I think people are contribute more than they imagine. Even just a comment is so uplifting.
We never know who we're going to inspire, and sometimes that could be would never ever know that by your very actions. And if you're inspired by these two and you're not a member, you can visit our community, womensfitnessadventures.com, and if you're interested in joining, membership is open, so you can join right now. So what is it for both of you, our last question before we wrap up, unless there's lots of other things, and if you guys watching have questions, please ask away, because it's not often we get members to come. Everyone's a little bit camera shy, so I really applaud these guys for showing up. Leanne says, so true, it's not just about hiking. And I have this theory, that saying, teach a person to fish and you feed them for life. Is if we can teach the skills to hike, then you can hike any trail in the world. It's not about, sure, we go on grand adventures, local and far away, but it's not about the trail, and by teaching to hike, it actually has so many applications for the rest of our life. It's all about that confidence and the skills and all that kind of stuff. So what is it that two questions. Firstly, where do you think you'd be now if you didn't have the last 12 months with us under your belt? How different is life now to what it was back then?
Well, I feel like, go ahead, Patricia, I'll go after you.
I hate to think about it, because I was on a downward spiral, and joining women's fitness has changed that, and it has put me on an upward climb, climbing the ladder. this time last year, I was very much more overweight. I'm still overweight, but I was very, very much more overweight and losing the motivation to get out and do things. This time last year, it was an effort for me to walk anywhere. I'd park the car close to wherever I had to go instead of walking. Now I look at places that I can walk, and that's and it isn't just about the hiking. Some of my friends have said to me, "But I'm not interested in hiking." But it's not just about the hiking; it's about the movement, and and moving every day. That's
I'm going to share this with you. You may or may not be able to see it, but Patricia, you said a little while ago you're probably older by far than anyone, which is not true. But you don't know how inspiring you are. And I'm going to share this. This is from Gemma, right?
Oh.
For me, as the proud daughter of Patricia, so this is Patricia's daughter, Gemma, I love that she's taking steps to look after herself. She's now able to hike with her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren.
Oh, dear, that's making me want to cry.
It's going to make me cry too. Thank you so much, Gemma, for being here and watching, and great support for Patricia, but for actually being able to and willing to voice that as well, because we often think about things and it's not, we often don't share all those wonderful things that we think about everyone. And Patricia, you are inspiring. You're inspiring generations here and other people who may be watching as well. And as you said, it is about the movement. It is not just about hiking. And Alison says great insight and a fabulous outcome. And you dropped it a few times that you incidentally lost some weight as well, and not just a small amount. You went on to lose quite a large. Susan says you are very much an inspiration. So if there was ever any self-doubt, that should be blown out the water by now. And Rod says, I'm sure for Gemma, I'm sure you're very proud of her. It's been wonderful watching her progress and feeling the enthusiasm. Yes, she is very inspiring. So, so thank you for sharing that. I'll come back to you with one last question. Cindy, where would you be if you hadn't have joined us last year?
Yeah, you know what's funny? I was just reflecting today on how much my pride in my walking and strength training, how much it gives me just a base level of confidence to ride through the challenges of the day, the challenges of the week. And I couldn't imagine not having it. I just think I would be much less resilient, much lower stamina, much less, mental cognition, nowhere near as confident and healthy as I feel at the moment. And I love that, Patricia, that Gemma's on the line. And if you can take a risk and I can take a risk and I can ask my 19-year-old, the reason
go for it.
Yeah, Hugo, can you come and just talk about the gym for a second? The reason this boy is going to the gym is because of Women's Fitness Adventures and me.
Really?
Yeah, he wasn't doing any exercise. Here he's coming on. This is frightening.
He doesn't have to. You can just voice it if you don't want to. Hugo.
Here he is. Can you see him?
Hello.
Hugo. Hello.
So he wanted to say about coming to the gym with me. Because women's fitness started me getting.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, we started doing CrossFit together, and the only reason I'm feel as fit as I do now is that she was just smoking me every single session.
That means
that's fantastic.
I'm on the floor, I can't breathe at all, and she's already up and doing her stretch.
Wow, pretty cool mum, I think. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
And producing great health outcomes for now and for future.
For family as well, and same for Patricia.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you, Hugo. That's fantastic. You're a brave man coming on. So thank you.
What a lovely
Susan,
man.
Susan says she loves it. So that's awesome. So last question. If someone, I often get lots of questions and lots of people saying, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next year. And we know, if COVID taught us anything is that, nothing is permanent, everything's impermanent, and things can change tomorrow. What would you say to someone in a couple of words if they were thinking of joining Women's Fitness Adventures? What would you say to them? Patricia, do you want to go? Oh, Cindy, you go first.
You just don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Go for it.
Yeah.
You'll have no regrets.
Yeah. Do it right now. Don't wait.
Yeah.
That's what I say to people. Just give it a go. Yeah. And I have actually said to a couple of people who've said, oh, maybe it's not for me. I've said, I did it for a month. Try it for a month and just see what happens.
Yeah. And sometimes
it's a big difference.
Yeah. And sometimes we often talk about this when we have, our masterclasses and stuff, is we can define ourselves by who we think we are and we aren't, and box ourselves into a position where, we are reducing our choices, and sometimes we have to make different choices to get different outcomes. As Cindy, you did, you went, I've got no choice. I have to make some decision to move forward. So let me just check the other comments. Leanne says it's wonderful that mums can be a role model for their kids. Yeah, absolutely. It is that little rub-off effect that we may never know about. And Alison says, I would say do it too. So as I said, if you are watching, please give me a shout out for these amazing women who've given up their afternoon and or evening, couple of minutes, or longer than a couple of minutes in your evening for coming on here and being brave. Not everyone wants to come on Monday Night Live, so I really do appreciate that. So thank you so much to both of you, and I look forward to many, many more memories ahead and lots of great positive health outcomes that we can share.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. All right.
Thank you so much.
That's okay. I will just let these guys go. So thank you so much. So there you have it. This time 12 months ago, and we often talk about being able to put your undies on standing up. This time 12 months ago, Cindy and Patricia weren't in the Women's Fitness Adventures world, and you've just heard the amazing health outcomes and positive implications that being a member has had on them. And, life is challenging for all of us, but if we don't like where we are, then there's opportunity to take small, tiny steps, and time will pass. And 12 months' time, you too can have the most amazing stories like Cindy and Patricia. So on behalf of me, I know they're still in the green room there. Thank you so much for attending, ladies. And as I said, if you are watching on replay, please comment. If you think of something that you want to share later on or pass on to the girls, please just pop it in the comments there below. And if you're not a member, visit our website, womensfitnessadventures.com, and there's a join now button if you're interested in joining. So that's it from me. I will see you next week. It will be June, and I think it will be Queensland Day next Monday if I've got my dates right. So thank you very much, and I will catch up with you soon. Bye.